So we're now going to add the water in the bucket here, of course. Don't forget to make sure the paddle is inside. If you forget to put the paddle in, you could end up having to empty everything out and start again. It's quite messy actually, so always a little tip to make sure the paddle is in the bottom. So start off with the water. We'll pour in the 1 1/4 cups, 300 ml of water. The next thing we want to add is the skim powdered milk. Okay, that's the skim powdered milk. That's 1 tablespoon. The butter, 2 tablespoons. We'll put that in next. Okay, while it's still melted, it's not congealed. Okay. The next one I want to put in is the sugar, 2 tablespoons of sugar. It's always better to put these ingredients in the order that they come. Salt, 1 1/2 teaspoons. That's the salt. Okay. And the strong white bread flour. Now we're going to put that in, but we're going to put it in slowly so it doesn't go everywhere. So just put it in with a little spoon and just paddle it in like so. Okay. And finally, we're going to put in the fast acting yeast, and those of you who have watched me before will remember that we've got to put a little well in the top here so that the yeast doesn't touch the water immediately, because if the yeast does touch the water there's a chance that it will kill it off. So it's 1 1/2 teaspoonfuls of yeast, fast acting yeast. Okay, and we'll just cover that over. And that's all there is to that part. Okay, that's all the ingredient in, ready to start. The next thing we're going to do is put it into the machine. Now, that's the bucket in the machine. Make sure it's well and truly locked in so it doesn't move around. And we're now going to select the program for it. Okay, the program that we're going to set for this bake is program number 8, and so the way to do that on this machine is to go to the menu, go through until you come to number 8, and that's number 8, and you can see it's going to take 1 hour 30 to do this. The start button at the bottom here is the next thing that we do, so we'll close the lid. In fact, yeah, we'll close the lid and press the start button, and that's it started. So we'll come back just as it's about to finish and we'll go on to the next stage. Okay, just to let you see a little bit of what's going on inside the machine at the moment. You can see that the paddle is now bringing the flour and then all the ingredients together. So when that's ready we'll come back and take it out and move on to the next stage. Okay, as you can hear folks, that's the little buzzer going off to tell us it's now ready to remove it from the baking tin, which we'll do. That stops automatically. So we're now going to take it out and we'll have a look. There we go. We're now going to remove that and put it onto a floured surface. Okay folks, we're now going to get the dough out of the machine. We're going to flour the surface first of all, so as the dough won't stick. Clean hands of course. Empty the dough out of the bucket. Still nice and warm actually, so easy to work with. Get all this part done. Now as you can see, the bucket's now empty. So all we need to do is just rinse that with water and give it a good clean out and replace the paddle. So what we'll do is we'll just work this through a little bit just now. I just see the camera shaking a little, so do it as gently as we can at the moment. Okay, give it a wee stretch. That's fine. bear in mind there's not an awful lot we need to do here now because it is ready, it has risen in the actual pan itself. So what we really want to do is to roll it slightly and shape it into the fingers that we're going to make. Okay, I've located the board to a different part of the kitchen here just now because the camera was shaking a little bit there. So as I was saying, all we do is take the dough out, give it a roll into the shape that we're looking for, make sure your surface is well floured, and that should be fine. What we're going to be doing now is we're going to be cutting into slices, rolling them into finger shapes and placing them on trays. Trays similar to this here, so again, got to flour the tray. Always make sure your tray is well floured and it stops it from sticking. Okay, that actually stops it from sticking the bake to the tray. What we're going to do is we're going to slice that up. Always get a nice sharp knife, and doesn't matter about size. Size isn't a problem regarding the size of the fingers. They come in all shapes and sizes, so that really doesn't bother me too much. So all I do basically is roll it slightly, if I can get it started, that is. Just give it a roll, even in your hands, whatever, and a nice little shape like that. Can you see that okay? Just tuck it in a little. That's kind of like the shape we're looking for. It's there. That's kind of like the shape we're looking for, and all we're going to do now is place that in the tray. Similar to this, we'll do 2 rows, top row and the bottom row, and cover them up, let them rise slightly, and then we'll cook them and see how they come out. So what I'll do is I'll go on with this, come back when I've got the trays loaded. We have now rolled all the fingers into place. I think there's about 15 fingers here now, and we're going to cover them for about maybe half an hour, just to let them rise a little bit in size before putting them in the oven. Now for the oven, what we want to do is put them in for approximately 15 to 20 minutes, but again, as advised, check roughly about the 15-minute mark to make sure they're cooking okay. Keep a little eye on them from there, and the temperatures, you're looking at 190 degrees centigrade or gas mark 5, which is 375 Fahrenheit. So gas mark 5 or 190 degrees centigrade. Okay. So we did have a little bit of dough left over, and what we've done is we've just made up a couple of little, what we call doughy rolls. So we'll bake them off as well, and that's basically what we'll do there. Now the dough has now risen a little bit more, and they're now ready to put in a preheated oven. The one thing I'm going to say to you is, at this stage, you could, if you wanted, baste the top of them with some milk or a beaten egg to glaze them a little bit. I tend not to do that. I just prefer them the way they are, and we'll show you this when they come out the oven, when they're ready, and that'll take about, as I say, 15 to 20 minutes. So we'll put them in just now, and we'll come back and show you the final result. Now we have taken the finger rolls from the oven, and as you can see, they've come out quite well. Always tap them so as you can get a hollow sound. When you get that hollow sound, then you know that they're cooked or baked rather all the way through. What I'm going to do is I'm going to open one for you. Okay, we'll take this little one at the end here. They are very warm, so bear with me. Probably have to use a little towel here to help. And as you can see, I'll just try and get that to the the camera there. They are cooked all the way through, baked, I keep saying cooked, baked all the way through, and that's basically all there is to it. You will find, however, these rolls probably won't last long if you've got kids in the house. As I said before, these rolls can be used for likes of soup or hot dogs, or as I say, just to basically eat on their own, and they do taste delicious. So the other thing about it is you know exactly what you're putting into them. You're putting in the ingredient yourself, and as I say, it's well worth giving it a go. Might take a little bit of time to cook through, but to prepare and everything else. But believe you me, it's well worth it in the end up. So I will show you the rolls when they come out. In the meantime, that's the finger rolls. Finally, we've got the little Dobie rolls out I was telling you about earlier. That's basically the 4 little rolls that we made up with what we had left over. And again, very simple to make. You can actually make them for if you wanted for like morning rolls. It's the very same recipe. In fact, I've got a recipe on YouTube for that, so you can have a look at them, how they're made. So that's basically it. Hope you enjoy the video. Any questions, as per usual, please just leave your comments down below, and I would appreciate it if you just hit the wee subscribe button there. I need my subscriptions going up. So if you don't mind, thanks very much for watching. Thanks again.